Hi everybody, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the government scheme session. The scheme that we are covering today, it is PM Pranam scheme and it has a full form which is Promotion of Alternative Nutrients for Agriculture Management Scheme. So we are going to study about this scheme because recently it was in news. So there was a lot of news that were there describing the scheme. For example, the first case or another case where the discussion on sustainable agriculture was done. There, this scheme was mentioned and how it is helping the to achieve the goal was mentioned. So we are going to understand the news afterwards. Means you will be able to understand like why discussion was made on this particular scheme once you understand the basics of it. So we'll start it, but before that is an announcement for all the aspirants who are preparing for central regulatory bodies. We have come up with one-stop solution guide to all the queries that you must be having regarding the organization you want to join. For example, if you want to know more about RBI and about SEBI, then all the detailed information has been mentioned in these e-guidebooks along with all about the recruitment process. So how many phases are there, what is the pattern of each phase, and all such information you can get along with the syllabus. So what is the previous year cut-off trends and what it says about the difficulty level of the examination. All these information has been mentioned, and at the end we have also given some steps that you can follow on your own if you're going for self preparation. That will definitely help up to boost up your preparation. So do not miss the opportunity. You can download these e-guidebooks which are free of cost, and the link of them is present in the description box below. So now let's talk about this particular scheme, PM Pranam. Okay, so the scheme was launched in your 2023 with the aim to switch to our alternative nutrients that can sources that can be used in the agriculture. Now what does it mean? देखो, currently everybody, if not other fertilizers that are there, but at least urea is something you all must be knowing about, right? So see, in agriculture, because land where the crops are grown, it is not the case that the land has all the nutrients. देखो, there are 17 essential nutrients that are required by plants to grow, and lacking of any of the nutrient will cause the plant to show the symptoms, and the plant will not be able to complete its life cycle. All right. So all the soil, they do not have all these nutrients, and usually if you look at Indian soil, NPK usually it is very less quantity. In major soil it is less. Okay. NPK is your nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus and potassium. Okay, so these have to be artificially provided into the soil. Okay, and artificially in the form of chemical fertilizer. अब एक्चुअल में सिचुएशन क्या है? These fertilizers are very costly, which the Indian farmers are not able to afford, and usually most of the fertilizer we import. However, now government, they have started establishing their own fertilizer unit. We have 6 currently, but majorly it is imported. Okay, and the prices are very high. For example, if you look at the imported urea at the international price, if you look at rupees, it is somewhere around 2450 rupees per bag. The cost is this, but an Indian farmer, he is buying one bag, he is only given 266 rupees. Why? Because again, the farmers in India, all the farmers in India, they cannot afford. We know around 86% farmers here are small and marginal. So who is providing with this gap? So this gap, which is between 2450 and 266 rupees, this is given by the central government. So around 2000 rupees, 2100 just for the urea government is giving on behalf of the farmers. Similarly, DAP, for that, diammonium phosphate, for that around 2500 government is providing as subsidy, because farmer is not able to pay 4000 rupees per bag. He is just paying 1350. Rest all the money is being given by the central government. So you can see that how much burden it is there on the government to provide it with the subsidy, because देखो, fertilizers are important, they have to be provided into the soil, right? But आपका maximum जो है government को pay करना पड़ रहा है. And even after that, even helping the farmers, after that also the fertilizers that are used are actually the inorganic fertilizer or the chemical fertilizers that are used in the field. They are actually not good for the environment, because it's not like that 100% of the fertilizers they get used up by the plants. No, some with the through seepage they enter the water table that exists below the land, right? And which causes water contamination. Through evaporation air pollution happens, right? So all in all, government saw first of all these fertilizers are very heavy. They were sorry, very expensive. These inorganic fertilizers, these are very expensive, and even after spending so much and helping farmers so much, they are impacting the environment, right? So it's a wrong thing. So that is why government they came up with the alternative, and the name of that alternative is PM Pranam scheme. Pranam has a full form, can be asked in examination, right? Full forms can be asked. So under PM Pranam, Pranam का मतलब क्या है? Promotion of. So under the scheme, government will promote what nutrient? Alternate nutrients, means nutrients apart from these inorganic ones which are famous among the farmers, for agriculture management scheme, for the management in agriculture. And in fact, why it needs to be done? Because if you look at this particular table, you can see that how the increase in these inorganic fertilizer it's happening, right? So on one hand it is the burden on the government, central government, and even after that, on the other hand, it is not helping the environment, right? So we have to move towards the alternative nutrient source. ठीक है, launch year 2023, and see this falls, this department of fertilizers is going to take care of this scheme, and this department it falls under the Ministry of Chemicals. ठीक है, तो Ministry of Chemicals आपकी overall ministry है. However, under that we have one department, Department of Fertilizers, because ultimately fertilizers they also deal with this organic inorganic chemicals only, fertilizers only. These are inorganic chemicals, right? So that is why Department of Fertilizer is going to take care of this particular scheme. So aim we have up I think everything would be clear. Aim is to what? Aim is to bring down the subsidy burden on the chemical fertilizer which government is facing, and with what objective? The objective is to take care of the soil health as well. ठीक है, तो देखो on one hand the aim is, देखो मोटा मोटा aim तो यही है कि subsidy burden reduce होना चाहिए, but apart from that, how can be done? How can be the burden on subsidy be reduced? This will be done when the farmers they would be preferring these organic or alternative nutrients. You can say organic fertilizer, or you all can also say the alternative nutrients. If farmers are going to prefer that, then there will be reduction in the demand of the inorganic fertilizer, and definitely then it will reduce the burden of subsidy on the central government. ठीक है, ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है? टू एनकरेज द बैलेंस यूज ऑफ फर्टिलाइजर्स. ठीक है, जैसे आप बायो फर्टिलाइजर्स यूज कर सकते हो. व्हाट आर बायो फर्टिलाइजर्स? दीज आर द लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स दैट प्रमोट सच एनवायरमेंट वेयर द न्यूट्रिएंट प्रोडक्शन कैन हैपन, राइट? जैसे जैसे आपके लेग्यूमिनस क्रॉप्स हैं, उनके साथ आप राइबोसोम्स अटैच कर सकते हो. This will promote the fixation of nitrogen into the soil. ठीक है, so there are such biofertilizers and organic fertilizers as well. ठीक है, financial outlay की बात करें, so government is not separately going to provide with any budget, but however what the government is trying to do simultaneously, because on one hand they will be promoting the biofertilizer or organic fertilizer, so definitely on the other hand the subsidy dependence will be reduced. So whatever will be the savings of the existing fertilizer subsidy आपकी जो भी है existing, उसी को use किया जाएगा for PM Pranam scheme. What does it mean? It means that there is no separate budget that will come every year. However, what is the existing scheme we have, savings of existing fertilizer subsidy, उसका ही जो amount है that will be utilized for this particular scheme. ठीक है, money distribution कैसे होगा? तो whatever money, देखो first of all you have to understand that the money distribution will be state wise, because farmers they differs from state to state, their requirement it differs from state to state, right? So that is why money distribution will be as per the states. ठीक है, and 50% of the subsidy will be passed on as a grant that will save money. तो देखो 50% you can say of whatever will be the amount that will be allocated for the particular state, it will be given as a grant you can say, or as an incentive you can say, that saves the money. ठीक है, मतलब कि kind of to even that will encourage the state government to take productive steps so that the aim under the scheme can be achieved, and they will get some money for the incentive. ठीक है, and that money can be utilized then for technology in agriculture. That money can be even utilized, to encourage farmers by providing them with some any sort of award or anything, so that they move toward the sustainable agriculture and they don't rely on the chemical fertilizers, ठीक है, because those are harmful for the environment and they are also creating a burden on the central government, ठीक है। अब इसमें से भी देखो 50% जैसे ग्रांट जो दिया जाएगा स्टेट को, 95% will be allocated to respective state, which they can utilize, as I said, for different purpose, right? They can 65% of this 95, what does it mean, देखो 100% था, now 50% will be given to the state, ठीक है। अब इस 50, if now it is 100% in itself, right? So इसका 95% will be utilized for the technology and for the awards and whatever I discussed before, right? For that purpose, ठीक है। And 5% will be used by the government for the capacity building, means skill development। देखो when we say that you have to move toward alternative nutrients, somebody needs to train people about that, train farmer about that, right? So for the training also you require human resource, they also would be requiring some money, right? They would be requiring some fees, some salary. So for that, for monitoring purpose, you require human resources to execute the scheme. So 5% will be utilized for the administrative purpose, rest 95% will be used by the respective state. Ab they can use 65% for the capital expenditure and 30% for the promoting the soil health, means coming up with the programs that will promote the soil health, okay? So that was the money distribution. Now talking about some of the rest of the key features that are left. So all in all, it talks about how the central government, they are going to they are going to allocate and monitor what's going on under the scheme, what is the progress that is going on, right? So starting off, as I said before, that money will be given as grant to the state government, ठीक है, incentivize करेंगे, so that they will be working, the state government will also be motivated, encouraged to work under the objectives of the scheme, ठीक है। will promote alternative fertilizers, ठीक है, alternative fertilizer का promotion किया जाएगा, and to reduce the chemical fertilizers, how the government is going to evaluate कि fertilizer का utilization कैसे हुआ है, they are going to compare the consumption of last 3 years. So for every state or for every region, if they want to compare that what has been the progress under the scheme, has it been working, or was it all worth it, for that last 3 year consumption over the last 3 years will be checked. This was even present in your news, so I would say please keep in mind this particular number, 3 years, for past 3 years consumption that will be checked, and then it will be observed that is there been an increase or decrease in the overall consumption in the past 3 years. Please keep in mind this term, past 3 years, ठीक है। सब्सिडी सेविंग कैलकुलेशन कैसे होगा, इंटीग्रेटेड फर्टिलाइजर मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम, there is one system that exists, please keep in mind just this only, there is a system which is integrated fertilizer management system, तो उससे डेटा लिया जाएगा, and then it will be checked that has the subsidy burden reduced or not, ठीक है। and ultimately, as we have discussed, that on one hand how the burden on subsidy will be reduced, when there will be promotion of the organic यूज ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक फर्टिलाइजर्स और द ऑल्टरनेटिव न्यूट्रिएंट्स। देखो जो बायो फर्टिलाइजर्स है, दे कैन बी सेड एज ऑल्टरनेटिव न्यूट्रिएंट्स, ठीक है। प्रमोशन होगा सस्टेनेबल एग्रीकल्चर का, तो टू एनकरेज यूज ऑफ बायो फर्टिलाइजर, एज वी डिस्कस बिफोर, ऑर्गेनिक फर्टिलाइजर्स, ठीक है। और सॉइल फर्टिलिटी एनहांस करने में, इन एनवायरमेंट पॉल्यूशन रिड्यूस करने में, इन सब चीज़ों में भी ध्यान दिया जाएगा, ठीक है। सो दैट वाज ऑल अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर स्कीम। नाउ इफ यू अगेन लुक एट पीएम प्रणाम इनिशिएटिव एम्स टू कॉम्प्लीमेंट द एफर्ट्स टू सेव द हेल्थ ऑफ मदर अर्थ, राइट। सो फॉर सस्टेनेबल एग्रीकल्चर में यहाँ पे सारा डेटा जो भी देखो 50% है ऑफ 3 years, एवरीथिंग दैट वी स्टडीड, एवरीथिंग द सेम ओनली वॉज मेंशन्ड ओवर हियर। एंड दिस टॉक्स अबाउट लॉन्ग टर्म फर्टिलाइजर एक्सपेरिमेंट कंडक्टेड रिवील्स दैट इंटीग्रेटेड न्यूट्रिएंट प्रैक्टिसेस मेंटेन द सॉइल हेल्थ स्टेटस, ठीक है। अगेन इट talks about what is integrated nutrient management. This talks about again including the biofertilizers, the whatever be the sources we have under alternative nutrients to properly utilize that, not just rely on chemical fertilizer. ठीक है, to have mix and match of everything. Sometimes chemical fertilizer can be utilized, but that should not be used in excessive amount, right? So integrated means to have mix and match of everything, not excessive of anything. ठीक है, so that was about it. Thank you everybody for watching the session. Now we are back on track with the government schemes. ठीक है, so if you want me to cover any scheme, do let me know, and you can join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of this and every lecture that we provide here on YouTube. So thank you everybody for watching the session, and all the very best for examination. Thank you.